This is our first call, guys. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Very excited to have you. We've got most of our core team here. Hold on. Is Giovanni not here?
No, we missed Giovanni. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Next time, don't worry.
okay. Okay. Well, so we're gonna go through what Vectis is, and then our basically like what are the contract reviews and our roadmap, and then feel free for discussions after. But first of all, thanks to the Juno community, the dApp team helping us figure some stuff out. Obviously, Orkin and Jake as well for just basically helping us with funding, and also Max Juno who helped us with the channel setting, and basically a bunch of people around. So thank you so much. We really enjoy building this, and we really hope to have a product that is useful for everyone. So currently we have, sorry, did someone? Nope. Okay. Currently
I just said hell yeah, and then I muted myself because I was like, oh, I'm still not muted.
All right, cool. Currently there's like we have our core team. So Giovanni is not on here, but he's been answering some feedbacks on the channel. And Arsen is currently in Ukraine, so he'll hopefully be joining us very soon. And from there, we'll just go from what Vectis is. It's a non-custodial smart contract wallet with features that basically we really want to help users improve sort of the dApp experience. So we want to provide social recovery in a, like, you could appoint people, guardians, to help you recover your keys, and in the scenario that your hardware is actually like stolen, you can have them freeze your wallet, so then people who have access to your stuff can't do anything with your wallet. Also, we have the relaying capability, so it's helping for gasless transaction, which is really important in some of our use cases. For people who are signing on and creating an identity for the first time. But right now, at least on Juno testnet, we just sort of expect people to have gas, so we haven't enabled this yet. But we could go into details of how that works. Everything is open source. We have an extension coming out, which is also open source. And yeah, and that's it. So we're going to go through mainly the demo. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and create this multi-sig with a bunch of our also testnet accounts. So if you don't enable the multi-sig, what happens is one of them could whichever guardian could freeze or rotate and do their job. Whereas the multi-sig, basically this instantiates a fixed CW3 contract, and then multi-sig 2 of 2, and then everything goes through that contract to do anything on our smart contract wallet. Anyway, so we currently haven't enabled the relaying setting on the front end yet, because we haven't given the relayer page. So we'll do that. And here you could, yeah.
Relayer does what exactly in short form?
Relayer basically just they help you pay gas, and then so you as a user, the controller of the wallet, you sign a off-chain transaction and then send it to the relayer off-chain, and then the relayer could submit it for you. Pays gas, and also they could add some attribute that it doesn't affect your transaction, but affects sort of like what gets emitted on chain. Maybe there's some in the future there is some proof on like auditing. So we go ahead and create this. You're sending the 0.01 Juno on top of your initial fund, which I set to be 0.1 Juno into your smart contract wallet. And basically from there, you have, I think it's, oh no, I've named it the same. No, this one.
Is it IBC layer? Like, no. Is it IBC packet?
No, it's an off-chain. This is we've sort of named it in the same way because the relayer doesn't have any specific, like they don't change the actual transactions, like but they basically paid a gas to commit something on your behalf. So you could see that there's a new wallet here. You could do a bunch of stuff. You could use our staking page. So you could choose like a validator and stake some of your Juno or something there. We'll show that in a bit, and then you can transfer in. We're going to rename these because the community thinks that it should be named differently. You could transfer Juno from here to some other wallet, or you could transfer in there. So this is your address. What we're going to do now is we're going to pretend to be a guardian. So let's say I have lost like my keys somehow. So I'm going to tell. So when I create this, I'll have these guardians who are my like friends or family or someone I trust. And then I'm going to tell my guardians to like, hey, like I've lost this. You need to freeze my wallet. So as a guardian, you basically go back to the same application, and then you go and find that wallet, and you would have this address because it's someone you trust who sent this to you, and you would go ahead and basically freeze this for them, and because it's a multi-sig, you have to first create a proposal, and then the other person needs to vote, just like any other multi-sig. So we're proposing to freeze this wallet. And then you could see sort of like, because it's a 2 out of 2 multi-sig required, and I have voted yes. And then I'm going to go and pretend to be the other guardian too, and basically do the same thing. This time I'll see that like I could vote because like a proposal is already active. So I'll just actually vote here. I'll say yes, because my friend asked me to do this. And then because like sort of like this has now passed. Hold on a second. Then anyone could then go ahead and execute this. So let's say like, I don't know, like maybe the first person is like watching, and they're like, okay, well, I really need to freeze this now. So you want to execute the proposal, and then that basically freezes the person who has the key, and then maybe they want to like, I don't know, find a device or something. But then another thing that you could do is if the person who's lost their keys is like, okay, I really can't find anything, I can't find my device, then you could go ahead and like rotate the key to someone else's key altogether. Yeah.
You could also use like three ledger wallets or something, right? Give one to the wife, give one like in my pocket.
Yeah. So anything that like
man.
it's the same like signing. Like it doesn't really like just anything that signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have your own.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
Could also be
then
hardware, right?
you could be a. Sorry.
Could also be some microprocessors, right?
Yeah.
It
You
can
could
sign.
actually. There's a few other proposals of like it could be. Maybe in the future you could assign it as a DAO or something as your guardian. I don't know how useful that is because it just means you can't. It's quite.
Super useful.
It'll take a while
And
for
then,
proposals to happen. Anyway, so what happens now is this wallet is frozen, and let's say I'm a malicious actor, and I've gone to like try to steal this person's money. On our front end, this is frozen, but also on the smart contract, like everything is frozen. And yeah, and that's basically through all our that's all our demo. Oh, I think yeah. So you could also like manage your staking. You could like redelegate and stuff. You could also claim your rewards here. This is all like you are signing a transaction for your proxy wallet to like claim your reward and for your proxy wallet to like delegate.
it's kind of a Gnosis safe, yeah, like kind of, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Beautiful,
Argent,
man.
like,
And this is so useful. Oh my goodness.
yeah, and like Argent Gnosis safe. Basically, were inspired by that. Like, there are other features that we will have that they don't have, and then like maybe the community wants like what they have, and so like this is why we have these calls and etc.
Yeah,
Another
like easy, like in the left side, like dApps, yeah. So you can easily like browse. I don't know how Gnosis Safe was doing that. Just iframing it. I don't know, but somehow like they had the functionality that you just like navigate into like dApps or can do anything, but in the name, so to say, of that multi-signature of that CW1.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is where
That's cool.
this is where you have why we need sort of the extension.
Oh, the extension.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
better.
because now like I have no voting power because I'm signing as the user of the wallet, but I'm not the wallet. So like, but really like my wallet has a governance token, and I could propose and I could vote. So that's where the extension comes in. I just want to also go through like what is actually behind the scene. So you just saw the DAO front end. We're using the V1 contracts. We have this is wrong. Sorry. So we have our governance CW20-ish governance contract. It's basically what you can only send it to someone who has the smart contract wallet, and we know that because only the factory could mint these tokens. And when you want to exit the DAO, you could only like really burn. You can still delegate, but you could really only burn your own contract when you GovEx token when you exit. And then we have the factory, which is what the dApp talks to when you want to create a wallet, and then you basically the web app, and also in the future the extension would then talk to your proxy wallet for that. And all of this is obviously on Juno testnet at the moment. And then yeah, so we're here. We're very excited for the extension because we will probably and thanks for sharing how Terra and the apps do it. We probably do want to have some sort of standard, but at the minimum, we definitely want people to be able to vote so on DAO, because without that, like, we're not really, like, we can't really govern the tokens that is locked in the DAO, and we're not really sort of utilizing the DAO. So that would be at least like the bare minimum for what we want to do. But we should work with any dApps, and then from there, we're going in. We want to obviously get our contracts security audited and go into mainnet launch, and then we're also enabling enabling the DAO to have like IBC functions. So basically, we are looking at deploying a factory to T-grade, which we think aligns with what we want to do in terms of like governance, and also how in terms of the tech stack, obviously we could deploy there, but then that factory would be operating directly like on that chain, and then the proxy wallet would obviously operate there as well. Then we'll extend the browser extension over there, and then we're doing we're bringing in self-sovereign identity protocol into our mobile wallet, and we'll have verifiable credentials, everything sort of tied to the mobile wallet, and then the extension will be a proxy that just shows, that has an option at least to like show the transaction, and then the mobile wallet does the actual signing, and also the derived verifiable credential proof would be submitted from the mobile wallet. So everything is sort of moving away from the key being an extension, and then going into the mobile. And yeah, that's it. So we could now actually talk about what everyone wants to talk about. And Javier and Ajit, if I've missed anything, yeah, jump in now.
Oh, Betsy, absolutely good job. Thank you for the presentation. And
I would
yeah.
love to have that PPTX there, like this presentation to kind of.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
we forgot to say that we are recording this session, and of course, we'll be stripping out all the let's say the brainstorm that we have, unless these are public information. But don't worry. So we will be uploading, at least here, the recording of the call. We still have to decide the frequency of the calls, so it could be bi-weekly or monthly. Depends on also the velocity of the project and the milestone that we can achieve in the time frame. But actually, the main objective of this call is to start experimenting on building a community of contributors around this project, because we really want to have a sustainability. You saw that we started to experiment with a little, let's call it, business model around the DAO. So every time a user instantiate a proxy wallet, there is a fee which is collected by the DAO. Probably, I don't know, we will see if the fee is enough, or it's so small or whatever. But yeah, we're experimenting also around a tokenomics for this DAO, and particularly the main objective that we want to achieve is having this DAO be multi-chain and allowed to target every network in the Cosmos space which align with our principle, and of course support CosmWasm. And then tackling the identity problem, of course, putting maximum priority to privacy preserving interaction with dApps, and having an extension that allows us to use a smart contract wallet seamlessly as if it was a normal browser extension wallet. That's our goal for this year.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you want to bring items for the next calls, that you want to discuss or you want to present, of course, we can host every kind of topic which is, in the scope of this initiative. Absolutely, we are willing to do so.